What is up, my intuitives? Welcome back to your collective session. If this is your first time here, this is a general session, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's jump right on in. So the two images or the two illustrations that we have today is the Six of Water, which represents the Six of Cups, and we have Judgment. Now, in the Six of Water, this depicts a lady or a figure sitting down by the waters or sitting down by the sea, and she's holding her core or she's holding her stomach, she's holding her gut, and she's looking in the water. She's looking into her own, say, reflection in the water. But if you hold the picture upside down, the reflection isn't doing the same pose, or the reflection isn't um, mimicking her exactly. So it almost appears to be almost like a different reflection. Um, some people would say a different being or a different person, but I'm not referring it or seeing it as that today. Unless we're talking about a different version of yourself in a different time, almost like a past time, because this card talks about the Six of Water. So a past time. It's almost like it's wanting to communicate something with you from the past. Maybe something that happened. Maybe something that happened in the past. But it's almost like wanting to bring it to your forefront. Maybe it's something that is affecting or that seems to be affecting maybe you're asking about confidence, or maybe you're asking about something that relates to it, of how you maybe share yourself and show yourself confidently and brightly. Is it something like that? Because it's in her core, and our core or our gut is our chi, where our fire and confidence um drives from or comes from. Isn't that the solar plexus? The gut, the core. And if we're looking at the Judgment card, if you look at the picture in the background, it's almost looking like these spirals are almost talking about this ease in a sense in the core, this comfort in the core, or just, you know, I was gonna say nausea, but I'm not really seeing that or getting that, but it's just wanting to depict it. Or I should say, I'm not feeling that, but it just wants to depict that idea of being on just at dis-ease in the core or in the stomach. But it's almost like the figure or your own reflection. It's almost like maybe you're meditating back to a past, or you're just remembering, a past moment or a past situation in your life. And it's almost like you're having a conversation with that moment, or you're having a conversation with that time period, with that timeline. And they're almost like wanting to say to you, or wanting to tell you to almost like release them or release it, so then you can go further than what you've, or then it's almost like so you can go further than where you've been before, almost like without, not necessarily without them, because then the experience will be with you, but it's almost like it's wanting you to release your grasp from it or release your grips from it, and instead of maybe focusing on almost like this feeling of the past, to re-forward it or refocus your energy to an idea of where you're going next, without almost like the energetic overlay of this Six of Water. Or it's almost like you're mixing this water into almost like your newest creations or your next creation, so each creation almost turns out a little bit the same or a little bit similar. So they're almost like wanting you to release that feeling completely, even though the memory is gonna still be there. They're wanting you to stay attached to the memory, but completely release the feeling. Um, Maybe at least is it for now, so you can actually almost like jump through and elevate past a point where you've already been so far. So our Judgment card, if you look at the bottom right, there's almost like a figure kneeling down. I forget exactly what it's called, or what they're called. This being this idea or this deity. That's an Egyptian symbol. And then we have our figure on the record player. She's wearing a black shirt, blue skirt, and she's holding up, jumping, almost like holding a trophy. And this shows me almost like, I want to say in a sense, it really looks like this figure is almost like jumping through the orange spot of the disc, or the orange spot of the CD. Looks like she's bursting through or jumping through, like she's saying yes, or she has her trophy, or she has grasped, almost like the concept she was trying to grasp, or she's captured what she was basically going after, what she was looking for, or it worked, or she succeeded, or she completed. So this is talking about, I almost see with the wings open and the wings spread open, I almost see that as them allowing, almost like the portal, almost like to your mind or to your memories, or to your the six of water. So something that is maybe in a sense nostalgic, or something that you hold dear to you from being, younger or a kid, or something that just has like a lot of energetic and emotional meaning to you. So they're opening that portal for you to almost like to go in really quick, to almost like have a little conversation with your past, or have a little speak, or maybe this is like a someone's helping you go through, um I was gonna say those herbal ceremonies, like a trip sitter. Maybe this is like your trip sitter, but it doesn't really, it's not in a sense like an actual trip sitter. Hey, it can be, but it's just someone who's almost like allowing you to, or who's opening a door for you if you're not doing it yourself, allowing you to go in and get back safely. And it's almost like here's you coming back and bursting back out of the portal with a trophy in your hand, because it's almost like hmm, it's almost like you put something to rest, or you put something you are accepting something, or you came to an acceptance. I think that's what I want to say. Whoa. So yeah, it's like you came to an acceptance. I said whoa because a bird just flew to the window, and I think they were trying to look at their reflection. The last thing that I wanted to say about this card was the top left of the Judgment card had this B, and for me, Beast talks about dimensions and going back and forth through dimensions, in and out of dimensions. So this reminds me of the portal idea, going in the portal and bursting out or jumping out, um, almost like with a trophy, or almost like with whatever it was that you went in there for. It's almost like you came out and you have it grasped in hand. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.